This will be a tutorial on using the Materials or Color Swatches library. Here are the topics. How to open the Materials Colors panel. When you use the menu, go to Window, Materials, or you can click the paint bucket or press letter B. Let's see that. So we go to Window, Materials. There. It opens up the Colors panel or Materials panel. Or you can click the paint bucket, or you can press the letter B. There, we've done 0. Moving on, 0.1. Where is the swatches library? It's at the bottom of the panel. So here it is down here. And you can keep swatches of color or materials down here in what I call the swatches library. That may or may not be the official name. 1. How to add a material or color to the swatches library. You can drag and drop from the top for some things, and others you have to drag and drop from the side. Let's do a drag and drop from the top. We might be able to do it with this. Yep. Usually with colors you can drag and drop from the top. Okay, let's look at carpets and fabrics. Let's drag and drop from the top, and you'll see it doesn't work. So how do we get these materials in there? Let's click one, and you see down this little window here, it'll show your current selection. And then what you can do, if you can't drag and drop from the top, you drag and drop from the side. You drag and drop from this little window showing your current selection. And you can drag it to the end or to the beginning. Oops. There we go. Maybe even in the middle. Let's see. Yep, you can put it wherever you want. So there you go. How to move a color around in the library. That's number 2. You click and drag it. So we click it and drag it. Say we want to move the orange to the first part. There, you just click and drag it. Number 3, how to remove a color from the library. You can drag and drop it to the trash can, which is kind of weird, but that's how that works. I would have never guessed, but that's one way to do it. You can also activate the library by dragging and holding a swatch for 2 seconds slightly off position. Then you can use the delete key. So you can drag it, hold it for 2 seconds, use that little blue square went around it. That means it's activated. Now we can navigate using arrow keys, but we can also delete it using the delete button. Delete as many as you want. Then click off it to turn it off. So I just discovered that by trial and error. There may be instructions somewhere else, but that's how I figured it out. Let's see. All right, we'll move on to topic number 4. What can I use the library for? You can keep collections of swatches you may frequently use across different files. For example, I did some WeWork or some tutorials that had a WeWork office, and we use wood marble swatches. So here, let's delete all these. I'm going to click, hold until it activates. Maybe I can't do it on the first one. Oh wait, no, it worked. Alright, delete, 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 delete. So let's go to... Alright, I'm going to import... No, I won't import. Alright, so I've got these textures that I frequently use. And let's drag one down. Oh, it won't let me, so I'll just click it, then drag it over from the side. Drag it over from the side. And let's go. So see, now we've got some colors that we can use whenever we want, and it will remain even after we close the program and open the program back up, or if we open different files. So how do we use it? Well, we can click on the stage, or whatever it's called, and you can click your swatch, and then you can color your face. There you go. Use to create a list. So yeah, if you've made a list, say I've made one, well, my textures, you can drag and drop swatches from your library in here. So That's another use for it. You can add colors to textures. You can. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's not bother, because there's other ways to add colors that make more sense. Well, now let's do it. Okay, so let's go get some colors. I'll just drag and drop from the top because colors let us do that. Okay, now let's go back to let's do fabrics. Alright, got this yellow one here. I'm going to double click it to edit it, and then I can use the little eyedropper that comes up, and I can click. There, I've made it purple. Click close. Let's try it out. I don't see the pattern. Try it again. There you go. So that's one way you can use those swatches. You can use them to color an existing pattern. Let's see if we can reset it. Reset color, close. There, we're back to where we started. So that's another way to use the swatches. Oh, when you saw that eyedropper, see how this one popped open? And I double clicked. That's different from this eyedropper here. This eyedropper is for selecting single colors. So that's different than one eyedropper here to add color to this pattern. Like that. Let's get rid of that. Well, this one, again, just picks a single color and it just puts it right there. It doesn't really, well, maybe it will change. Hold on. Let's see. Let's grab this one. Click on this eyedropper. And, well, yeah, anyway, it'll pick single colors. Okay, I think we've drifted too much. Anyway, that's basically it. That's what this is down here. It's a library of swatches, and there's some more things you can do with it, but you guys probably don't care. And that kind of gets into other topics, but I'll just keep going for my own sake. If you guys like it, well, great. Probably only 2 people are going to watch this anyway, so big deal. So what else can we use this for? Well, if you go to the entity info, you can use it to color the front of your swatch. Like so. But in the entity info, you can also just click up here. Click anywhere. You can instantly change it on the stage, which is nice. So, there you go. Oh, and this is the back panel. Let's see. If you want to try that out, you can do that. So the right side's the top, the left side's the back. Let's do the top. There we go. So yeah, the entity info is great for quickly going through colors if you don't want to just use the paint bucket. You can just use the paint bucket. Oh, we have to turn this off. Say, okay, I'll click this, load up the paint bucket, drop it, load it, drop it. You can even do it. These things down here. So it's just a different way of doing the same thing. Let's see. Oh, using the swatches to make a library. Yeah, I already showed that. Oh, but if you want to make a library, or not library, but a list, just go to New. We'll say My Textures. I don't know, we'll say 5. Say OK. And Actually makes it an empty folder. You'll only see it when you refresh it. Let's go to Textures 2, Texture 5. See, it's an empty folder. And to add colors to it, or textures, we can drag and drop from our little swatch library. Isn't that useful? Because how else are you going to do it? I'm not really sure. So, you can see now we have a new list, and this will persist after the file is closed and across multiple files, just like the swatch library. So why would you use this versus this? Because you can edit, I guess. You can do it by, width and height and all that stuff. Well, I don't think you got that option for these swatches. No. That's weird. Okay, I double click and it highlights. Other times it won't do that, which is weird. Like if I go to patterns. Okay, well, sometimes it lets you do that, other times it doesn't. It's strange. So I've had other times where I click on these things and it doesn't do that little highlight thing. And then you can't go through with your arrow keys. And you double click and nothing happens. Well, switch to arrow, double click. Again, it just says paint bucket? No. So you gotta hold it for 2 seconds and it does that highlight thing. Then you can delete up here if you want. Again, you can also just drag and drop to delete, which is, again, very strange. I wonder if we can drag and drop other things to delete them. Can we drag this off stage? Move. Nope. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that video game. What's the one with Snake in it? Full Metal, it's like Metal Gear Solid Snake. It's like you looked on the back of the CD case to see a cheat code, or not cheat code, but some sort of instructions that was part of the game. So I never thought about using the trash can on the stage. Okay, I think we've covered everything about the swatches library. This little thing that I've never seen anybody else explain. I'm sure there's tutorials, but I couldn't come across any, and I wanted to figure out what in the world it's all about. Flash had something similar. I imagine some other graphics programs probably do too. So, there you go. Yep. Oh, did I not record?